Somebody has heard that he's not showing up. I haven't heard anything. No?
No.
All right, if it's okay with everybody, I'd like to give him another few minutes just to get rolling.
Okay.
Everybody knows he's coming from Boston. Yeah, like I said, there he is. Good evening, Mr. Baker Jr.
Good evening, everyone.
And with that, I have 7:30 on the clock. Welcome everybody to the April 7th, 2026 edition of the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals. All board members are participating remotely. That would be, to start from here, I got Greg Tansey. That was myself, Rob Rosa. We've got Bob Baker Sr. We've got Mr. Stephen Galley and Mr. Bob Baker Jr. With that, I would entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
Oh, I got a second from Mr. Galley. Roll call. Mr. Tansey.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Jr. Mr. Baker Sr.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Baker Jr.
Yes.
Okay, meeting's open. And just so everybody already heard that the meeting is being recorded and it is being live streamed on YouTube as we speak. So with that, let's see. The first thing we got to do is minutes. Does anybody have any issues with the minutes?
No. No issues.
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman,
Baker Jr.
I would make a motion to approve the minutes of March 3rd, 2026 as presented.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Tansey.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Sr.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
Minutes are done. Alana, can I take the copy that you sent me and just get that to you signed and everything?
Yep, absolutely.
That'll work. Perfect. All right, 7:30. Here we go. 2:22.
Rob, sorry,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to remind everyone really quickly of the Rooted in Rockland Open Space and Housing Production Plan that's circulating online, to make sure that you guys were all aware of it and feel free to participate. Or if you had comments that anyone wanted to send our way, please do so. We wanted to make sure that we were capturing as many voices as we could in this. I meant to have Arlana introduce that quickly, but it doesn't require a vote. So I just wanted to throw it out there and make sure that you guys were all aware. And to remind you that there is a municipal application for the Parks Department in front of you this evening for a sign that is already there, and they're just looking to.
Mr. Chairman, we're taking something out of order.
I'm sorry, Bob. I'm just
No,
reminding.
not on the first part, Allison, the second part.
All right, I gotcha. All right, and with that, I've got nothing else to share. Have a good one.
All right, here we go. 7:30 p.m. 222 Weymouth Street. Special permit for change of use. Office space to dance studio. Notice hereby given in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 11 and 15, that a virtual remote public hearing will be held by the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals on Tuesday, April 7, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. on the petition submitted by Mark Sano, 222 Weymouth Street, Rockland, Mass. 02370 for a special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw sections 415-19C18D, H1 Industrial Park Hotel District, uses requiring special permit, commercial recreation facilities, dance hall, 415-16C18D I2 Industrial Park Zoning District, uses requiring special permit, commercial recreation facilities, dance hall, and 415-89 special permits to allow a dance studio in the existing space. The premises is known as 222 Weymouth Street, Rockland, Mass. And is in the H1 Industrial Park Hotel Overlay District, I2 Limited Industrial Zoning District, sections 415-19 and 415-16 of the zoning bylaw. Assessors reference map 8, lot 12 on the Rockland Assessors map. The owner is 222 Weymouth Realty LLC, 125 Barker Street, Norwell, Mass. 02061. So with that, who is going to be speaking to this dance studio?
Mark Sarno.
Mark Sano, how you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Talk to the board. Let's, in your own words, tell us what you'd like to do.
Thanks for having me. We purchased the building in 2021. I bought it for a construction company that I run. We occupied half of it. Didn't need the entire building. Kenzie approached us, the owner of the dance studio, and asked if she could rent out space so she could train little children to dance and compete. We were putting on a roof about last July, and there was an incident. The roofer terribly screwed up and destroyed our office space. At that point, Kenzie, the owner of the dance studio, approached us and asked us if she could rent out the remainder of the building. And it was a good opportunity for her, kind of displaced us a bit. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting around the corner in a temporary office space until we figure our own issue out. But that being said, we'd like to move forward with Kenzie occupying the entire building. It's roughly 9,000 square feet. We have 27 parking spaces there. It's been used famously by the parents and kids. They love being there. Kenzie's a very popular girl too. She's a teacher in amongst the dancing circles. She's very popular. People come from all around to have their kids trained by her. So this is a great opportunity for everybody. And a lot of the traffic that's generated is done when we're all going home after work. The kids are getting out of school, the parents are collecting their kids, and they're dropping them off between 4 or 5 thereabouts. They'll stay there. Some of the older children, they'll be there till 10 o'clock at night. So we really don't see an impact on the neighborhood. It's worked out well. And that's the gist of what we have.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna open this up to the board. Mr. Tanzi, go for it.
I really don't have any questions. I'm assuming it's all inside, that there wouldn't be a noise issue with the music or anything like that.
No, as a matter of fact, to your point, during this renovation, we've spray foamed the interior walls, which has really tightened up the building quite a bit. As I stand outside, I cannot hear anyone inside. I can't even, and when I'm standing inside, I can't hear the trucks rolling by on the outside. So noise is really not an issue.
I don't have any other questions, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Tanzi. Going to Mr. Baker Senior.
How many employees are gonna have?
She has herself, Kenzie, we designed a new office for her, and she has 3 other teachers. And they're all, I want to say that I don't know whether they're paid or not. I believe they're all volunteers, but they were former students of Kenzie's studio.
So there's no other paid employees?
No,
Is she on Zoom here with us?
no.
How many parking spaces are required by zoning laws?
I believe it's 22.
Okay.
What we've done, the habits of the parents and the children is we've created essentially a circle around the building. We've paved it as such. So the parents come in, they drop the kids off at the front door, and the parents typically drive away. And you won't find many of the parking spaces even taken, other than by us when we were there or the employees. Many of the parents, they'll go around the corner, they'll stop at Luca's and have dinner and come back after an hour and a half and collect their kids again. So it's really become a nice little community of dancing. And you have the gym next door, and she collaborates with them regarding additional space. She doesn't like going over there. She'd prefer to keep everything under one roof. So that's why she's opted to come to us and rent more space from us.
The front part of this on the site plan that you got here for us, the front part, is that gonna be your office?
No, we're leaving.
So she's gonna have the whole building?
Correct.
What, and the front part is gonna be part of the dance studio, the whole building is
No
now?
dance studio, yes. And under the assembly zoning, we're required to put in bathrooms and showers, and we're in the process of doing all that now.
Okay, so you're still renovating the building.
Still renovating, yes.
Is anybody using the building right now?
She's using about 2/3 of it, and we're renovating the front third that was damaged.
How can you be renting this building for a dance studio without a special permit?
We're not. She was in there previously.
She still doesn't have a special permit whether she was there previously or the
Okay.
dance studio.
I
This
won't-
is the problem we're having with other buildings in town, that people are going in and starting these businesses and then finding out that they need a special permit or they need zoning approval, and then they come before us. But they're already in there. They're already established business. And then we start feeling bad that, they're in there, and, it's getting to the point where I'm confused why all of these buildings are being renovated, leased out, or rented out, and then we find out they need special permits. You as a businessman, you should look into the rules and regulations of the town before you decide to put a dance studio in there or anything else in there. And you said that the roof out front is in disrepair?
Was. We were just simply replacing it. When the roofers were replacing it, they left it open, and last July we had back-to-back rainstorms, which destroyed the office space in the front of the building that we occupied.
Is the building department aware of that?
Yes, they're very much aware of what's going on there.
Because I have a concern that roof isn't structurally safe with all those little kids in there dancing around.
All of that has been reviewed, inspected, and signed off on. There's no hazard with the building as it relates to anything. It's a very sound building. It's a concrete block building.
I understand that, but you said you're still trying to fix the roof.
No, we fixed the roof. So
the roof is all fixed.
It was the first thing that got done.
Right. All right. That's all I have, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baker Senior. Mr. Galley, you're next.
Yeah, well, I know the dance studio manager's not here, but how many years has the dance studio been in business, and what are the operating hours?
They were over in Weymouth. They weren't in a very good location. The parents didn't appreciate it. The owner didn't appreciate it. She was looking for new space. Geographically, she wanted to keep it in an area where the parents could have access to the building rather easily.
So when did they move to the Rockland building?
In 20. I think it was 2022. They've been there for 3 years.
And do you know the business hours?
Yes, when we were occupying the building, they were there. They would choose music. The kids didn't roll in till about 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30. They were usually gone by 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, so classes between 3 and 7.
Typically, yes.
Okay. That's all I have at the moment. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Steve. Thank you. Mr. Baker Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to follow up on one of Mr. Galley's questions, Mr. Sarno, you said approximately 3 to 7. Is that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
That's 5 days a week. During the children's holidays, she doesn't occupy the space. Everyone takes the break. And then they're closed Sunday.
What about Saturday?
Saturday sometimes. Sometimes
Okay.
they're there, depending on whether they have a competition or not.
Yeah, I only asked because I've never heard of a dance studio that is not open on Saturday. No, and that's
Oh, I
from
get it.
experience with my kids and with my grandkids.
Right.
Thank you. I have nothing further at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Baker Jr. Mr. Sano, in the separation of the building, you got the front, and you got the back. Back is obviously bigger than the front. How is this all gonna work? Was she occupying the back of the building while you guys were there?
Yes.
Okay, so the front of the building is going to be what when it comes to the business, the dance studio?
She has a 10 by 10 office. We have 2 bathrooms, 2 gender specific bathrooms. We have a common area, and we have a large room that she's putting a special floor down. She would put a special floor down as a dance studio. She does have it. She likes to separate the younger kids with versus the older ones. This area is better designed for the young ones.
Okay, makes sense.
We are making a doorway. There's a concrete block wall that separates the front from the back.
Mhm.
We are opening that up so that they can flow from one space to the other.
Okay, and so when your company was occupying the front of the building, where were the students getting dropped off?
We had 2 separate entrances. So we had ours in the front right, and hers was on the middle back. So they would literally drive around the building. We paved it that way so that we kind of control the flow of traffic.
All right, it's one direction the whole way. I'm looking at the site plan. The
Correct.
arrows say that it's one direction all the way around.
Correct.
Counterclockwise. Okay.
Kind of like a school drop off. The kids
Yeah.
understood the concept.
No, that works from a safety perspective. So in the end, the parking calc is based on, it's hard to tell what it's based on because I was looking at the zoning bylaw where everybody was talking, and I don't see where it says a dance studio and how many spaces are needed. The only thing that I did see was along the lines of a sports arena or something like that, where it's a big open area and all the students are gonna be dancing around and doing this, that, the other thing. How many square feet is that open area in the back? Do you know?
All combined, it's 9,500 square feet
9,500 square feet for the entirety?
entirety.
Okay, so if I take out 49.4, minus 50. If I take out a 25, so what did you say, 9,500 you said?
Correct.
All right, so it's about 700, 7,000 square feet. That back end is about 7,000 square feet.
Okay.
So 7,000 divided by one spare, it's no way. There's no way. All right, so that can't be right.
I think the zoning you want to look at is assembly.
You were saying that too. Business uses, I don't see that under our, I don't see that under the zoning. Church, places of worship, but that's based on seats. The only thing that's really not based on seats is that sports arena, which doesn't make any sense for this. How many students does she have?
I don't think.
I
don't
I
think
gotta
I-
say this, Mr. Sano, I have to say this, and I think the board might feel the same way a little bit. Not having her here is a little, it's a little off. It's a little off-putting. I know that you are the one that's seeking the special permit, correct?
Correct.
Right, but it's all based on the teacher. So I'm having a little problem. I don't know if the rest of the board really is. I know that everybody's a little bit, they're asking questions, some questions that you really can't answer. So I don't know. I'd really like to know how many students she has. I appreciate the fact that most of it's dropping off. Another question, does she have recitals? Is there something that, do they put on little dance recitals for the parents? It would be surprising to me that some of these parents didn't hang out. I know when my daughter was in dance, I stayed. For no other reason than she's my daughter. So I'd like to make sure that I'd like to know if there's enough parking based on our bylaw, and if there isn't, then can we justify not allowing it? Can we justify the amount of parking spaces that are on site? It sounds like we can. It sounds like we can, but there's a lot of questions that are still kind of up in the air. Board members, I don't know if I'm not trying to put words in anybody's mouths, but it just, from what I've heard.
I agree with you, Rob. We need,
Yeah.
we need to talk to the dance studio people, the person that's gonna run this, to get more
Steve, I know you
information.
were raising your hand too.
Yeah, I just want to, I want to reinforce what you're saying is my notes are, the truth is the answer to the questions is what are the business hours? We really don't know. What are the days? We really don't know. How many employees? We really don't know. Like you said, and how many students? We really don't know. So like you said, those are the questions we always ask. So as much as we got guesses on the answers, and maybe they're reasonable guesses, they're really guesses. They're not firsthand knowledge. So I think that reinforces your comment, your concern.
I think so.
Yes.
Rob, can I hop in for a second?
Mr. Baker Jr., I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump you out. I saw you raising your hand. I apologize, sir. Can't hear you. Something's happening.
Unmute yourself, Bob.
I'm not muted.
Oh, now I hear you.
Okay.
Now we hear you.
Mr. Chairman, I agree with your position, and Mr. Galley anticipated each of the.
Can't hear you.
Something's happening. Get close to your microphone. Oh, no, now you gotta unmute yourself. Nope, not yet. There we go.
Hey.
That I did on purpose. You got
There
me?
we go.
All right.
That basically restarted it. I get it. So again, like I said, I didn't want to be putting in words in anybody's mouths, but there are some questions that I think we kind of need to hear the answers from the teacher.
Can I introduce myself?
Are you the teacher?
I am not. I manage the property. I was a little late. I think I can answer a few questions. Not sure if it'll help, but is it all right?
I'm going to tell you that it's probably not going to help because
Can I present a few of them and then we'll see if maybe it gets rid of a few of them?
Sure, why not? Let's see what happens.
All right. Business hours are 9 a.m. to 9 Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday 9 to 1, and then 3 to 9. Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 2, closed Sunday. Monday 9 to 12, and then 3:30 to 9. As far as the parking goes, our architect did a code review on the parking, And the way he determined it was business use for a private club, 1 space for every 10 members and 1 space for every 2 employees. She has herself, and she just brought on 3 full-time employees. They're now on payroll. They just got put on payroll 2 months ago.
Okay.
Required, and then if further on the calculation, if there was 174 total occupants with an estimated 10 employees, which she only has 3, that would equal 17 parking spaces if you round it up with guests. Minimum parking space required would be 22. We have 27.
Okay. Was that provided to the
Yep.
board?
It was, I don't think the
I'm gonna say
architectural.
no, because we don't have it.
I was gonna say I didn't fill out the application. I apologize. But yes, we had a code review done for the whole building because of it being a dance hall. We've got 88 bathrooms, we've got showers. It's been a long process to get here. But I can forward this to the board for additional clarification on the parking.
Can I hear the hours again?
Sure.
Slower?
Sorry, I get a little nervous.
That's okay.
Not good at public speaking. I'm more of like a manager behind the scenes kind of guy. Tuesday, 9 to 9, 9
Yep.
a.m. to 9 p.m.
He's ready.
Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yep.
Thursday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then
Yep.
a break, and then they reopen 3 to 9.
Okay.
And then Friday, 9 to 6. Saturday, 9 to 2.
Yep.
Close Sunday.
Yep.
And then Monday, 9 a.m. to 12 with a break, and then reopen 3:30 to 9.
All right. Thank you.
Are those new hours? Because that's different than what we were told.
It's posted online, but those are the hours that, we got from her, and then we verified them by what she's posted on her website.
Okay.
Is it the dance studio? Yeah, what is that? Off of,
So how many students does she have again?
We think it's less than 50, but I can't tell you definitively on that one. I apologize. It's definitely not 174.
That's rather a fluid number too, as she's able to, as kids get older and graduate versus others coming in. It's also based on affordability, so.
No, that's understood. That's understood. All right, board members, a couple answers to a couple of the questions. I'm gonna come back to you guys. How are you feeling at this point? Steve, I know you had you got a couple of answers. So
Yeah, I got a couple answers.
How you feeling?
I feel good about the answers. I do agree with the sentiment that it would have been preferred that the person running the business were present, or a directly relevant representative like a lawyer or something like that, But I mean, we did get the answers, and we assume the holiday hours are, like they were saying, they kind of match school holidays.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, those are the wild cards that I had in my notes.
Okay. Mr. Baker Senior, I know you had some concerns too.
We got the number of employees. The only question that I still have is the same one that you had. Does she do recitals there?
No. Well, I don't know, what would you classify, like foreign people coming from different towns for like a big event as like a recital, or like an in-house
No,
celebration? I'm not a dance guy.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
It could be
any kind of
anything.
performance.
Right.
Like 25 students with 50 parents.
I haven't seen that, but I can't speak to that. I mean, I've never seen an advertisement for a big event. I've never seen a large influx of people. We were there most nights pretty late, so I don't think she's renting the place out for a big event or anything like that.
And a lot of their competitions are done in gymnasiums. They don't have them in this building isn't big enough for that.
They travel to like hotels. They're always traveling. It's, hey, we're going to this town or this state for an event.
Right. Mr. Baker Jr., what do you say?
Yeah, just on that final point, and again, not my experience, but that of my children and grandchildren. It's an unusual dance studio that doesn't have at least an in-house recital. And if there is space in the studio, that is ideal for them because they don't have to pay for offsite. So I think we'd at least have to consider an in-house recital as a possibility.
We don't have
And,
any.
and that typically involves not only the dancers, but parents, grandparents, cousins, they're crowded. So
One thing we don't have is any bleachers. There's no place for a large group of adults to gather.
Mhm.
I don't know if that adds clarification, but we don't have chairs set up. The kids and the parents, they separate at the door. They don't go in and watch them dance necessarily.
Okay. Steve,
Yeah, do we know what the max capacity of this building is? I mean, like, how-
the architect may have calced that.
I might have it in my notes.
Why are you looking for that? I'm just, again, I think most of us are wondering. Why is this the first time you're looking for a special permit?
So
Why
to-
didn't,
Yep. So to reiterate what Mark said, when we bought the building, she had already moved in with the previous owner. We're not real estate moguls. We're a construction company. We bought the building. We talked to Tom Rubel, the building inspector. He said he had issued an acceptance for it or something because half the building was office still and the other half was a dance studio. So he allowed it to happen. When we went to go rent, we never intended to move from this building. We were happy with our office. We've only got 5 office people. It was perfect for us. We hired a roofer. As Mark alluded to earlier, he tore the rubber off the roof. We got a microburst last year. We lost everything inside the office. Nothing structural, but because the rubber was ripped up, it poured rain inside and it's a metal pan roof, so it spread out.
no, that's understood. I think we all understand that. It's, I'm just trying to understand how this ended up happening.
So when we
You
went to the
inherited,
renovation,
hold
Yep.
on, you inherited a tenant.
correct.
Okay. You said you went to Tom, Tom said it was okay.
He said he had approved it previously, but because we were now going to make the whole thing a dance studio, we needed to come in front of you for zoning.
Okay. All right, so that was a recent.
Yeah, so when I started the construction oversight, I went to Tom to say, hey, can I do this? And he goes, here's your requirements, make the bathrooms this, add a sprinkler system, do this, do that. And one of the
Someone needs to mute themselves.
And hitting the president's 6-week time.
Thank you.
thank you,
So
Steve.
Tom gave me a whole list of requirements, and one
Okay.
of them was to now go for the special permit because the entire building would be a dance studio instead of
Yeah,
just some portion of it,
Yeah,
which
that's-
is how I believe our neighbor is also zoned. He's a gym, a boxing gym, and now
Mhm.
he's also something in the front. So Tom said, come in front of you guys to get
Yep.
the permit.
No, it's 100%. It's 100%. It's just, it's one of the questions was, how did this go on without
Yep.
a special permit to begin with? You didn't know it was, so it is what it is. Everything's cool. I just wanted to make sure that got answered. Board members.
I'd like to hear
Let's get-
from Tom on that.
Is Tom here? Tom said he was gonna try and show up, but I can't guarantee. I don't see him here. Yeah, he was dealing with some family issues, so I don't see him
Mhm.
here. So
He's
I'm gonna-
overseeing the building, the build out of the building. He's fully involved. We're doing
oh, yeah.
so he knows the projects.
No, I get it. I
We're at
understand.
finishes now with him.
My issue, Rob, is that supposedly he knew there was a dance studio in the back. And dance studios aren't allowed in that zone without a special permit.
Right.
And he said it's okay to let him go. I don't think Tom would do that. That's why I'd like to hear from him that he did actually say that.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. He may not have even known at the time until somebody came in to say, hey, this is what we want to do. This is what's going on. This is what we want to do. He may not have even known. I mean, how
And
many
that was
times
just a
does that happen
conversation between him and I. When I went and saw him, he said, yeah, I knew about it, but now you need to go for a special permit because the whole building, like that was how short of the conversation was. Like I allowed it, but now I'm not going to allow it. You need to go get a zoning special permit, I guess was how the conversation went.
Yeah, it's still, no matter, it's still kind of, it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
Let's correct, it sounds like now we're correcting the issue. Any issues that were in the past, Any issues that are arising now, we're trying to squash them right now. We're trying to kill them. We're trying to get the special permit. I hear where you guys are coming from. Knowing that, what else we got, board members? Any other questions for the applicant?
I have none, Mr. Chairman.
Does anybody
set.
mind if I open it up to the general public? Board members, are we good?
Go ahead.
I'm good.
Is there anybody in the general public that would like to speak in favor of this application? Hearing none, is there anybody in this, is there anybody in the audience that wants to speak opposed to this application? Three, hearing none. I'm gonna go back to the board. Board members, any other questions arise? Any other thoughts you want to try and get out?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if I may, I think
Please.
the most appropriate action is essentially inaction tonight. And that is to continue the matter until the next available meeting date. So we can invite Mr. Rubel. The part of the information that is not on the record, the parking study, can be submitted to us. And ideally, I would still like to have the tenant here that evening as well, to get a better idea of what's going to eventually, if not presently, but eventually going to be going on within those four walls.
And it would give time for Mr. Rubel to either come to the meeting and answer any questions or get his
Yeah.
general feeling. I did talk to him earlier and I asked him if he had any concerns or issues with any of the applications on tonight, and he did not express one. So it still would be nice to kind of get his opinion on this, because his name's getting thrown around. I don't like seeing people's names get thrown around and not having them,
Right.
kind of here. So
I'd like-
hearing that,
Rob,
I would-
maybe one other thing. I'd like to see a report from the fire department for the emergency exits and stuff for this.
Okay.
There's little children here.
Mhm.
They may require additional exits.
We've already got
And
signed off by the fire department.
Places,
We're adding sprinklers. We pulled a fire permit and they've been to the site.
okay,
And we're adding sprinklers. We met with the deputy chief. He's been on site. We're fully sprinklering the entire building now just for the safety of the children, even though it's not required for this specific renovation.
I'd still like to see something from the fire department saying that that's,
usually these documents are supplied to us. So
Yes.
we can review it, review it all. It is what it is. If you've got it, send it in. That's what
they may require that there's, they put out evacuation zones. So if there is something, the kids go to a certain spot so that they can keep track of the kids. Because the kids are if the fire alarms go off, the kids are gonna run out the doors and nobody's gonna know where they are. They could be running down the street or, at least if there's, I don't know if they're gonna require that or not. But I'd like to hear from the fire department that the sprinkler system and the exits are all set.
Anybody else? I would entertain a motion at this point.
I'll make a motion. Oh, go ahead, Bob.
I was going to say, before the motion is made, perhaps we could check with Arlana to see when the next available date is, so that could be part of the motion.
Arlana, are you kicking around?
Yes.
What do you got for?
Let's see. I think so far on the agenda for May 5th. Sorry, it is. You may have the Rockland Fire Station in front of you. 467 Ham Street, 330 Concord Street, 100 Weymouth Street. So you have a pretty full agenda, it looks like, for May 5th.
Okay.
What do we have for the 19th?
Probably nothing.
There's nothing scheduled for the 19th. I think we've been trying to keep it to one meeting per month, but that's up to you
The
guys.
point where it's gonna be impossible. We're getting a lot of applications.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you need another meeting scheduled, I can, it's just a matter of getting everything on time for that meeting. I'll have to figure out the, the deadlines and all that.
Well, I was gonna say, maybe we could use that date too to finish up the policies and procedures
mhm.
on the
Good idea.
19th.
Yeah, that would be 2
Just
weeks
put-
later.
Just put
Yeah.
this in the policies and procedures up front for the 19th, to finalize it.
Sure. So I'll need some time just to figure out those dates, but
Mhm.
I can get back to you on that. But if you want it to be for the 19th, I can make a note of that and go from there.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have any issues with adding a meeting. It sounds like we're getting to that point, and based on past experience, we need to be over said and done with by 10:30, I think we said.
Right.
So that's always gonna be an issue. So at this point, again, I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing for 222 Weymouth Street to our May 19th, 2026 meeting at 7:35.
Second,
I got a second. Roll call. Mr. Tanzi?
Yes.
Myself is yes. Mr. Baker Senior?
Yes.
Mr. Galley?
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior?
yes.
Well, sounds good. Mr. Sarno, do me a favor and get that and get your teacher here. That was part of the problem. If we can get her here and actually hear from her, it's gonna make things it should make things a little bit easier, because there's gonna be even more questions. I guarantee it.
This is a very intimidating forum for a young woman to come in and answer all these questions. So I guess I would ask that you be sensitive about it.
Oh,
We are
absolutely.
always sensitive.
That's all.
No, it's completely and totally understood.
But I'm also a feminist and she's a professional. I'm sure she can stand up for herself. But we will be very respectful.
Well said, Steve.
As always.
All right, so we got that. Let's look at the next one we got up here. 740. 900 Hingham Street, special permit for restaurant and variance for wall sign. Notice hereby given in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 11 and 15, that a virtual remote public hearing will be held by the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026 at 7:40 p.m. on the petition submitted by JC Foods LLC, DBA, VVT, and MD Chicken, 900 Hingham Street, Suite 936, Rockland, Mass. 02370, for a special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw section 415-19C8 H1 Industrial Park Hotel District, uses requiring special permit, restaurants and coffee shops, 415-16C8 I2 Industrial Park Zoning District, uses requiring special permit, restaurants and coffee shops, and 415-89 special permits to allow a takeout restaurant that serves Korean fried chicken and bubble tea, and for a dimensional variance pursuant to zoning bylaw article 6, sections 415-45 D1B industrial districts, wall sign, maximum area 24 square feet, to install a 65-inch by 120-inch front lit channel letter sign to the wall. The location is known as 900 Hingham Street, Suite 936, Rockland, Mass, and is in the H1 the H1 Industrial Park Hotel Overlay District, I2 Limited Industrial Zoning District, sections 415-19 and 415-16 of the zoning bylaw, assesses reference map 9 lot 3 on the Rockland assessors maps. The owner is Hingham Street LLC, 293 Washington Street, Norwell, Mass. 02061. Wow. Okay. So who is here from the, for the applicant?
So, James and I, James Ho and I are here. I'm Cody Chai. I will be
Okay.
speaking for James. I'm the managing
right.
partner.
All right, Mr. Shy, talk to the board. Let us know what you, in your own words, what you want to do.
So we want to we bought a franchise that is exclusive from New York, which is the chicken part. The bubble tea is existing in Massachusetts already. They have franchises in Quincy and Boston, and we want to further bring this to the greater Boston, the South Shore area, so everybody can have a taste of like bubble tea and Korean fried chicken.
That was pretty simple.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So talk to the board, in regards to the sign variance you're looking for. What's going on there?
So I have Josie here, who is in charge of building the sign. Josie, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, do you want me to share the screen so everyone can take a look at the sign together?
Yeah, if you want to, that would be great.
Okay, let me share the screen.
Hi, Josie.
Hi, Cody. Sharing. Oops. So this is the proposed sign for the MD Fried Chicken and VV Bovary. So the maximum allowable size is 24 square feet. So we have be over the allowable square feet for the total area. The sign proposed size is 65 by 120. So for MD Fried Chicken size, the sign area is 36 by 120, which is 30 square feet. And the VB bubble tea is 24 by 120, which is 20. So add them together will be 50 square feet, which is over the 24 square feet. But since they are in the plaza, and also the plaza, they have a lot of big sign. So we would wanted to get a special permit for variance for the dimensional variance to getting a bigger size for the business. So this is all the dimension for the sign. And, and the store, this is the storefront.
Okay. So let me ask a question. What's the size of the sign that's already out there?
The size of the existing sign is below is under 24 square foot. It's 24 inches high. I'm not quite remember the length, but the height is 24.
Okay. Do you know about the other signs that are out there? Is there anybody else that got a special permit or a variance?
So for the biggest size in the plaza is AAA Rockland. So they had a huge size, which is I believe is over. I think it's over the size we propose right now. So you can see in Google Map. Actually, in the Google Map, and then also the Fastland Liquid Store, they also have a big sign as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Google Earth Street Viewer right now. So
Yeah, let me see if I can share it.
it seems like the original people that were in this place, this farmhouse, seems like they were the only ones that had a sign that met the bylaw.
Oops.
Maybe that's why they closed. It's a lesson building.
Nice.
Sorry.
No, hey, no. I would have jumped on that one too.
We do want to stand out because there's nothing around like what we have, because everything is like more old school. I'm trying to bring a new concept into the area. People will love it.
Bring it closer to my house then.
I mean, yeah, brother. I mean, if I could, I would. So my partner James and I, we have a lot of plans. We don't just intend on opening one. We intend on opening many of them.
Mhm.
I'm also curious
Oh.
how big the convenience store sign is too.
Yeah, the AAA sign is huge.
Yeah,
Triple
and
huge.
it's
You,
obvious
and
that
then the this here.
Most of the signs up there, I was up there the other day, and most of the signs are double and triple the size of
Yeah,
Yeah.
even liquor store sign is huge as well.
Yeah.
what the
See
bylaw
the
calls for.
no, and I don't again, it is what it is. You know,
And
you-
And also for here, this size also, oh, I believe it's over 24.
Mhm.
Right.
Any chance you can put that, the dimensions of that sign back up just so we can look at it? Because I know the way that Tom usually calculates it, it's the overall length and width, even though there's detached parts of the sign, it's still
Yep.
the overall length and width, so it's the 65 times 120, and I think I got a 54 square feet,
0.16.
54.2 square feet. So, in the end, because I'm done doing math today, 54.2 minus 24. So you're looking for a 30.2 foot, 30.2 square foot dimensional variance on the sign. Now there was a second sign that was it inside? It was inside the building on the inside of the glass, correct?
Yeah, inside the building.
All right, that has nothing to do with us. We can't, we don't touch those. So that's really the only issue that we're looking at. It's again, dimensional, 30.2 square foot variance when it comes to the sign. Board members, any specific questions? Let me see, where are my board members? I can start, who do I got? That's Mr. Baker Senior. Do you have any questions for the applicant?
No,
Mr.
not,
Galley, you got any, Mr. Galley, any questions for the applicant?
No, I'm just glad I already ate supper right now because that'd be making me hungry. So no,
Mr. Tanzi, any questions?
It's fast food, right?
Correct.
Okay. No, I don't have any questions.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Mr. Baker Jr., where are you?
I'm down the end.
Down the end.
I have no questions, Mr. Chairman.
And I have no questions either. I'm gonna open it to the general public. Josie, can you take that down so I can see the rest of the people that are at this meeting tonight?
This one.
Yeah, if you can just stop sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. Yep.
There we go. Anybody in the general public want to speak in favor of this application? Hearing none, I go to anybody in the general public want to speak opposed to this application? Hearing none, going back to my board members, anything?
are we just talking about the sign or the whole?
Sign and the special permit.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a
So
couple
that
of
is,
questions for that.
so knowing that, does anybody have any questions? Mr. Baker Jr., Mr. Baker Senior.
According to this thing here, I don't know what, doesn't, one of the site plans here, it shows a express path in red going out the back.
Just pull up the site plans here.
Let's say A12,
Oh, the floor plan.
yeah.
What was the question again, Bob?
It shows it going out to the back of the building.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that a drive-through?
No, sir. So it's just the back door.
That's a floor,
There's no
Bob,
truck.
that's a floor plan. That's not a site plan.
Still, it's showing a path for express paths. What is
Egress.
that for?
Egress, not
Egress,
express, egress.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So they only come inside and pick it up and then leave?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was the only question I had.
Anybody else? Because again, we're talking special permit. I didn't want anybody to, I think we were just talking about variance.
Nothing from me, Mr. Chairman.
All right. It sounds like everybody's pretty much settled at this point. There's more than enough parking. Which is always it's always a question, it's always a concern, but on this site, it's more than enough parking.
Hours of operation?
So for now, it's going to be 11 to 9, Monday through Saturday, and Sundays be 12 to 8.
And there is going to be a seating area. There's going to be places for people to sit down and eat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any liquor license, going for any kind of liquor license?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? For some reason, I see somebody raising their hands. Elizabeth Llewellyn Wyman. Gentlemen, sir, you were raising your hands. Why were you raising your hands? You're on mute, so I'll assume everything's okay in that little window.
Yeah, it looks like you gave 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. All right, cool.
Looks like in favor of.
All right.
Chicken
So,
fan.
all right, I'm hearing nobody
Motion to
else.
close the public hearing.
I got a
Second.
motion. I got a second. Roll call, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is yes, Mr. Baker the Senior.
Yes.
Mr. Galley,
Yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let me read my cheat sheet here. Close. All right, the board will deliberate tonight, and you are welcome to stay. You will receive a decision in the mail with a date stamp. 21 days from the date stamp on the decision, you go to the town clerk's office, request a certificate of no appeal. And if no one has appealed, the town clerk will give you a certification and a copy of the original decision. Take those to the registry of deeds and have them recorded. Actually, the registry of deeds right down a couple doors down from your restaurant.
Yes, yes.
One of the conditions is always to show the building department proof of recording.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got that. We're gonna say thank you, and we're gonna go on to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Have a good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, 750, 161 Central Street, variance for conversion of existing home to 2-family. Here we go. Notice is hereby given in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 15, Section 11 and 15, that a virtual or remote public hearing will be held by the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals on Tuesday, April 7, 2026, at 7:50 p.m. on the petition submitted by Llewellyn and Elizabeth Y. Wyman, 161 Central Street, Rockland, Mass. 02370, for a variance to convert their existing home to a 2-family pursuant to zoning bylaw sections 415-9A2 R2 Residence Zoning District, permitted principal uses, 2-family residences, and 415-22 building and lot regulations to reduce the maximum number of dwelling units per 32,670 square feet to 21,100 square feet, as their existing lot is only 42,002. This was written really bad. 42,200 square feet. The premise is known as 160 or 161 Central Street, Rockland, Mass, and is in the R2 residential zoning district. Assessors reference map 55, lot 44 on the Rockland Assessors map. The owner is Llewellyn and Elizabeth Wyman, trustees of the Wyman Family Trust of 161 Central Street, Rockland, Mass. 02061. Okay, so Wymans, where are you?
They're right here, sir.
All right, so who wants to speak to the application?
Mama.
Hello,
Hello?
how are
And you
you?
are? I'm very
Elizabeth
well.
Wyman.
Elizabeth Wyman. So
Yes.
talk to us. What are you trying to accomplish tonight?
We're trying to get the apartment into a 2-family house. That's what we're trying to do, because we need our daughter to help us. We're getting a little bit harder to walk around, so
Okay.
our daughter's planning on moving in. to the apartment,
Okay,
okay? That's all we need.
okay, so the first question that I have is, why don't you go for an ADU? And you wouldn't need a variance.
Why we go for what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Why wouldn't you go for an ADU? Because then
What
you
is
wouldn't,
that?
then you wouldn't need a variance.
They never heard of that.
I never heard of it, so can you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, accessory dwelling unit. It was a law passed in 24 that was adopted across the state in 25. Like I said, it was enacted in 25. You can put an accessory dwelling unit on your property. It's still gonna be a single family home, but it's gonna be a second apartment. This
Okay.
kind of, it takes the place of the in-law apartments, and you wouldn't need a variance. It's, you know.
Well, they have an in-law next door, sir.
So what
They got
so I don't understand what you're trying to do then.
We need, I'm the daughter, gonna want to move in. We need it on paper, it's saying that the guidelines changed because I have section 8. They won't accept it, because it's not a 2-family house, it's an in-law apartment. So we're trying to change it to a 2-family. They said the guidelines changed.
The guidelines, what guidelines?
That's what I don't understand. That's what they told me.
Guidelines change, so where's the, so I'm trying to understand everything, because we've been over this a couple of times. You've been to this board a couple of times on this piece of property. So,
Yeah.
so the question, so what I'm trying to understand is, if you're gonna be moving into the apartment, you said section 8, so that's government assistance,
Yes.
Yeah. and they won't
Accept it.
You said him.
they won't give you they won't allow you to move into your parents' apartment.
You got it. Until it's a 2-family.
So you're asking this board
To change it to a 2-family instead of an in-law
specifically,
apartment.
specifically so you can pay your parents the
Correct.
money that you get from the state.
Correct.
I gotta sit back on this one. I don't know. I
have a question for you.
Sure.
How come we can't get grandfathered in? Because we really didn't know about any of this stuff. They never sent us any letters or anything to explain what they were doing or in the process of doing.
Well, I
30
don't know.
years ago.
That was about 30 years ago.
Who were you speaking of? Who were you speaking
About
of?
the town. They never sent paperwork and saying about all this stuff.
That was
Yeah,
going
but
on.
at the time of creation, at the time your lot was created, it was in an R2. So at the time of creation, you could have put in a 2-family. Whoever owned the house, whoever built the house, that could have been a 2-family. But they didn't.
No.
Right.
Well, originally we put it on because my mother was going to move into the apartment, but she decided she didn't want to move into it at the time. So that's why we went to an in-law apartment. Now we're just trying to get it changed out of that into a regular apartment.
2-family.
Just a 2-family house.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do.
Excuse me.
All right. I can tell you this. I'm having a problem with the fact that you want this board to give you a variance to be able to convert your home from a single family into a 2-family, strictly on the basis that you want to be able to take state assistance money and get paid with it. I don't know. I'm having a little problem there. Board members, I'm going to go to you guys. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding something here.
Yeah.
Mr. Tanzi, you're the first one up on my left. What do you have any other questions for the applicant?
No, I don't have any questions for the applicant. I understand the reasons why they're seeking the variance. I think, you know, my opinion is we should just look at it from the merit of from the variance, from the
Mhm.
standpoint of a variance, and you know, why they want a variance is somewhat out of our control. It may or may not be out of our jurisdiction. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, Mr. Chairman, because I'm not sure how that all pans out either.
No, I agree with you. It just seems odd to me. It seems weird.
Mm.
How's it weird?
I'm sorry, how is it really weird? Because I don't understand all of this. Because honestly, we just want our daughter to move into the apartment to help us out, my husband and I.
Right, you want to, but
And-
what you're
And the
trying
section,
to under Section 8, and what you're trying
Yes,
to
right.
accomplish is
Yes.
right now you can't do. She can't just move into the apartment side because they say that it has to be its own living unit. All right, in a multi-unit building, like a 2-family or a 3-family or 4-family, something like that. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Technically, on the face of it, you need a variance, a dimensional variance on the square footage.
Didn't we all do that already?
We did all that paperwork.
We did
Right,
it
that's
all.
what, I'm trying to go over this. I'm trying to go over this. And the understanding is that you need a variance for a dimensional variance on the square footage. Unfortunately, I'm kind of getting hung up on the fact that you want this board to grant you a variance specifically so you can get state assistance money paid to you. That's what it sounds like. And I'm having a very hard time with that. I'm having a very hard time with that.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Please.
Okay, I lived there before with no problem on this. This is the only time I had a problem. I did have Section 8 there before. Matter of fact, I lived there twice and I moved out.
Mhm.
I had no problem. This is the only problem we have. I need to help my parents out because they're getting elder, they're having a hard time walking, they're having a hard time doing things.
Yep.
That's the reason why we just want it granted. That's all we need.
I got Steve raising his hand. Steve, talk to me, sir.
All right. I think, and I don't want to nitpick on even how you're phrasing things, Rob, but I want to say that the idea that the applicant wants to get this approval, you know, in all honesty, their motivation is a financial motivation, and I'm not challenging that motive, and I don't have a problem with that motive. I get, you know, how you need to make this work. I think though, for the board, our job is when someone says, "Hey, I want to put in an in-law apartment, or I want to put another living space here. What's our obstacles?" And right now, there's nothing that says they can't build an in-law apartment or an additional dwelling unit. So, you know,
They already have one. That's
no,
the
that's
point.
okay. That's my point, though. They've already got
Yeah.
this living space. So the idea is that they want to. That's the first like purpose of the board is for them to be able to build a living space. They've already got one, so there's no obstacle. Say if they didn't even have one yet, the question would be, you know, what would stop them from building it? Well, nothing would stop them from building an in-law apartment or an additional dwelling unit, whatever it's defined as.
Mhm.
So that is available to the applicant. And the thing is, the justification of it, I can't see how the desire to, you know, take it, you know, to be able to utilize the Section 8 financing portion would be a justification for us to approve something when they can already build this living unit. That's outside of what, you know, our concerns are and what our bylaws have to do with. So, like I said, I have no objection to the concept of if they could have built a two-family or convert it into a two-family and separate and rent it separately on Section 8, that to me, that would not be a factor, and I would have no objection to it anyway. But I think the question is, do they have or can they build the additional living space as a separate apartment or an ADU? And they have it, or they could. So there's nothing stopping them from them. So to me, that seems to be the core question and the core obstacle that we have to overcome as the board. The rest of it, it would be nice if the system would allow them to do that, because I understand it's the world's expensive and people, and I agree with that kind of support. But the obstacles that we're facing is the actual limitation to being able to construct the living space and the separate living space. And that's where I go. I hope I was clear on that. But that's all I've got to say at the moment.
It is
Mr.
separate. It is a separate
Hold
place.
on, hold on. I want to hear from our resident attorney here, Mr. Baker Jr. talking, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I, like Mr. Galley, understand why the applicants are doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And just on a basic level, they present a sympathetic case. That being said, nothing that they've said addresses or satisfies any of the requirements that must be met for a dimensional variance. And in fact, specifically rejected under the applicable law as a reason to grant a dimensional variance is financial hardship. So again, I agree with Mr. Galley in the sense that I don't see what we can do operating under the applicable law that would allow us to grant the relief that the applicants are seeking.
Well said, both of you guys, very well said. I have one question. I got one question. Why? And again, maybe this is I don't know. I'm spitballing here. It's Elizabeth.
Yes.
Ms. Wyman?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Why don't you sell the house to your daughter?
Because she can't afford it. She's a single parent.
Why are you gonna sell the house though?
Hold on. You put it in her name. And does she still need the Section 8 money? Because she's gonna end up having a mortgage or something, right? Can she use that to pay the mortgage? I don't know how that works. I don't know how any of that works. I'm trying to figure out.
They won't let me do that.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to help you out here. It's just we've been over this a few times over the last couple of years as to how to help you out with this. And I think the board is still kind of hung up on the fact that there's nothing unique about this piece of property that could give us the ability to have something to hang our hats on when it comes to granting the variance. I'm just throwing that out
What
there.
can I do about it then? What can I change it? Because my
Board
parents
members?
spent a lot of money for this.
I
to get it all
understand.
set.
I understand. I absolutely understand. Board members, is there any other questions that we might have at this point for the applicant? We've heard a lot. I just don't know. I don't know where to go on this. I really don't know where to go on this. And we're going to have to we don't have to make a decision tonight. We can continue this, but I don't know. Board members, how are you feeling at this point? I still have to open this up to the general public and stuff like that. So I want to hear from you guys.
Or I'll speak. I really would like this to work out for the applicants. And I think I like the idea that you're suggesting that they support a continuance and that maybe they explore the options so they can keep this matter open and look just to see if there's an opportunity to alter their course to meet their goals.
I think they need to speak with a lawyer.
We did that.
Unfortunately.
We had 3 lawyers,
Mhm.
3 different lawyers.
And every lawyer that's come back basically said that trying to get a variance on this piece of property really isn't going to work. So I think all the board members hear where you're coming from. I think we all appreciate what you want to happen. Because I think we all agree that living expenses, the times that we're in, everybody needs to make a little bit more money. It's getting impossible in some situations. So we all feel for the situation. It's just in the end, we as a board need to be able to hang our hat on some form of legal principle in order to be able to grant the variance. Now, in the end, we would have to discuss this and see if we can come up with a way to grant this.
Okay.
Which in the end, we could discuss this tonight and see if we can make this work. Or we can continue this hearing and you can try to speak with somebody else, another attorney, get one of the attorneys that you had before, talk to them and see if they can come up with a creative way that this board can grant a variance when it comes to the soil shape topography. All right. You know, hardship to the land. That's really what we have to look at. So in the end, before I go any further, I'm going to open this up to the general public. Is there anybody in the general public that wants to speak in favor of this application? Is there anybody in the general public that wants to speak opposed to this application? Board members, based on past experience, the apartment is already there. It's attached to the house. It's already there. Sir, the sewer, water, as far as I know, and maybe Llewellyn's, you can tell me this. Do you guys have separate sewer and separate water for it?
No.
No. So it's a joined sewer and water bill.
Yes.
Okay. So there's no. Okay. So there's no real way to meter that. Each individual side. Typically with two families, each one is metered.
They would
Well,
have, they would have to have a plumber come in and put a separate meter to the apartment.
they tried that. They said no. The water department said no.
Said no for what reason? That they
I
wouldn't
have
do
no
it or
idea.
couldn't do it.
Well, why did they say no about the water meter for the apartment? You said no, they said no, right?
Right.
Why did they say no? You want to know.
I don't know. They say no.
Okay, so the water department said no.
The water department said no. That's what they're asking you, Will.
Okay, so we got that the water department just said no. So, all right, board members, I'm coming back to you guys. We have two choices. I would like to hear one of two motions. One, that we close the open portion of the public hearing, or that we continue this to a date and time certain, so the applicant might be able to regroup and come up with some sort of answer to the question, what is a good reasoning that this board can use to grant the variance? They've come to us a couple times looking for this. They've withdrawn applications based on what attorneys have already told them. I'm leaving it up to you guys. What are you thinking here?
Mr. Chairman, I'd certainly have no objection to giving them some more time to, as you say, come up with a different approach.
Are you gonna put that in the form of a motion?
Just to be clear, do we still have room on? Well, actually, before I do that, maybe the question could be posed to the applicant if that's even something they're interested in.
Applicant Llewellyn's, is that something that you would be interested in? Continuing the meeting to try and come up with some better reason?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That being the case, I would move that the public hearing on this matter be continued. I guess May 19th is still okay.
May
Alana,
19th?
We already
Yep,
got,
I will add that to the May
Or-
19th agenda.
Or we can move it to the first meeting in June. I have no preference.
Can you do it like sooner? Like
No.
no. Unfortunately, no. The soonest that we could do it is the 19th.
19th and what is it?
May.
No.
Can we do June?
June.
What do you got in June, Arlana?
Okay, June. June 2nd.
Done,
Perfect.
done.
Then I would move that the public hearing in this matter be continued to our meeting on June 2nd, 2026 at 7:35.
Okay, I got a motion. I got a second for Mr. Baker Senior. Did I hear that?
Yes, you did.
Okay, before I ask for a roll call on this, Llewellyn's, you guys aren't getting any hassle from the town at this point, right? You guys are living there, everything's fine. Nobody's saying anything to you, right? All right, everything, I don't want to think it like the building department's coming after you looking for something.
Nobody's
No,
coming
they're
after
good.
us.
Everything's
Nope.
fine, because
Yes.
sometimes that would make a, slight difference. But in the end, if everything's fine, everything's working the way that it should at this point, then I'm gonna look for a roll call on that motion in second. Mr. Tanzi? Mr. Tanzi, roll call. I'm gonna skip him. I'm gonna come back to him. Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes.
Mr. Galley,
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes, I'm sorry, my audio cut out for a minute.
No, that's fine. You fixed it. You came back.
Yeah.
All right, Wellens, we'll see you on the 2nd at 7:35. Talk to some lawyers. Specific question is, what's a reasoning that the zoning board can use to grant you this variance? That's the specific question that we need answered. We have something to be able to hang our hats on.
And Rob, there's specific things that we have to follow, shape, size,
That's what I'm trying to
Right.
explain to him in layman's terms. It really comes down to one question and one question only. And if you have some sort of legal counsel that could answer that question to be able to help us, again, hang our hats on some form of legal principle that we can use, well, that's something that could sway votes. You understand what I'm saying?
They may need to talk to a land use lawyer instead of a
They have
reg.
already, Bob, they have. So
They're getting bad information.
I understand. They're getting information. I don't know where they're getting it from specifically, or I don't know what specific information they're getting, but either way, get that question answered. If you can come up with a good answer from an attorney, we can see what happens on the 2nd. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good luck with that. Let's now look at Central Street. We got Taunton Ave. Let's see. Notice hereby given in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 11 and 15, that a virtual remote public hearing will be held by the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026 at 8 p.m. on the petition submitted by Rockland Parks and Recreation Department, Parks and Recreation, Part 0 Taunton Ave, Rockland, Mass. O2370 for a dimensional and use variances pursuant to zoning bylaw 415-44 B1, excuse me, B1 and 2, specific definitions, digital display, electronic message board, 415-45C2A, 1-2 and H, regulations and signs allowed in each district, business 2 district, freestanding pole sign and digital display electronic message boards, and 415-45E7 additional regulations exempt signs to install an LED electronic advertising board with advertising screen measuring approximately 6.5 by 9 foot, 6 foot 5 inches by 9 foot 11 inches, changing every 15 to 20 minutes. The premises is known as Veterans Memorial Field, 0 Taunton Ave, Rockland, Mass, and is in the R2 Residential Zoning District Assessors Map. This is a reference map 39, lot 181 on the Rockland Assessors Maps. The owner is Town of Rockland of 242 Union Street, Rockland, Mass. 02061. It's not us. But anyway, somebody from Parks and Recreation, is that Yeah, that's Mr. Just in Case. What's going on, sir?
How are you? Thank you
you
guys for
doing,
hearing me
sir?
out tonight.
No, not a problem. Anything changed since the last time we talked?
Nope, not at all.
Sign still up?
Sign still up?
Sign still operations? It's still operational and does stuff?
Yep, does stuff.
Any
Ready
complaints?
to, what's that?
Any complaints from anybody?
No complaints.
No complaints whatsoever. Still the same distance away from the road.
Correct.
Okay. So again, board members, we've already talked about this. It was informal. They just wanted to get some feedback before they came to us. Obviously, they're coming to us looking for a use variance to be able to let this sign change. And it was every 15 or 20 minutes. Is that
Correct.
what it was?
Yep.
Okay. And then the special permit, I don't even know if do we need the special permit? Because it was municipal. So I think because it's municipal, I don't even think we need a special permit at this point. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I believe it was, we're just requesting a dimensional and then a use
Okay.
variance.
So it's the dimensional. So let me just make sure I'm looking at this correctly. Dimensional and use variances, specific dimensions, digital. So it's dimensions on the sign itself. And then the use variance to let it change.
Correct.
That sounds right? Okay.
Yep.
Board members, I'm going to you, Mr. Tanzi. Any questions?
And no, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Mr. Baker Senior.
Not at this time.
Not at this time, Mr. Galley,
No, no questions. Thank you.
Mr. Baker Jr.
No questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The only question that I would really have, is what is the maximum sign dimensions for the zone? And what's the actual variance that we're looking for? Do you know that, Justin?
I don't off the top of my head.
Hold on, give me a second here. Let me see if I can come up with this. Okay, so SMG. What's your zone? Is it B2?
I believe so.
Okay. Awning signs, permanent directional, electric, moving signs.
Yes.
Projecting B2, temporary signs, moving signs. Any signs to the electric warning characters, luminous tubes, signs to do. Okay, so this is under electric signs, I believe. Illuminating from your style source.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
it is zoned R2.
R2.
Yes.
Okay. So something to do.
Thank you.
Are only allowed by
sure.
special permit from the zoning board of appeals. Okay. And height. Okay, here we go. Have a size of up to 4 grade have a size of 12 by 30. That's wrong. By right with a sign permit. Yeah, I remember talking to Tom Rule on this, and it was not a requirement for. Let's see, it's R2 signs, 1 square foot or more shall require a permit. There shall be 1 temporary sign. Advertising for construction along for R2. All right. Arlon, double check me. You said R2.
I'm sorry. Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Signs 1 square foot or more shall require a special permit. Okay, so it has to be anything bigger than a square foot. So what are your size dimensions, Justin?
About 6.5 feet by 9'11" is the actual size of the electronic sign itself.
Okay, so you're looking for a 63.5 square foot variance.
Correct.
Okay. Well, now we know that. So board members, knowing that, is there anything else that you want to talk to Justin about? Okay, I'm going to the
Just-
general public.
sorry.
Anybody in the Mr. Baker Jr.
Just one question, Mr. Chairman. Is this something that's, I'm assuming it's lighted, correct?
Correct. It is backlit. It's
And-
not your traditional LCD screen, so it is LED. It throws a little less light.
Okay, and the hours of operation?
So far we were looking probably about same as about say our hours of operation at the stadium. It would be anywhere from roughly 7 a.m. to sometimes, depending on the event, which would all change, could go till at least about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
During events only.
During events, okay.
Yes.
And on non-event evenings?
Non-event evenings, probably around, say, 8 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have those. Very nice. Any other questions before I go to the general public? General public, is there anybody in the general public that wants to speak in favor of this application? Hearing none, is there anybody in the general public that wants to speak opposed? Hearing none, going back to the board. Any questions, board members?
No, sir.
No, thank you.
Hearing none.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Is the one. Do I have a
Second.
second? I've got a second. Roll call, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes, Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes.
Mr. Galley,
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second, Justin, so I can find my my cheat sheet here, because I still can't remember any of this. So hold on. Computer's freezing here. Okay, here we go. Justin, the board will deliberate tonight. You are welcome to stay. You will receive a decision in the mail with a date stamp, 21 days from the date stamp on the decision. Go to the town clerk's office, request a certificate of no appeal. And if no one has appealed, the town clerk will give you a certification and a copy of the original decision. Take those to the registry of deeds and have them recorded. One of the conditions is always to show the building department proof of recording. All good?
Perfect.
All right. Hang if you want, leave if you don't. It's all good, brother.
Thank you so much for your time, everybody.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Let me get rid of this, and let me get rid of this, and get and 8:10 was that time yet. 8:10 p.m. 11:19 and 10:59 Rear Union Street. N&M RE Holdings LLC. Discussion and vote to affirm if the May 1st, 2025 use variance and or special permit has been exercised and or to consider January 28th, 2026 requested extension. So, does everybody know what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember it.
Okay, so the variances, our variances are only good for a year. And it's coming up to a year from the date of the decision. So, the applicant is looking to see if basically the recording of the original special permit and the variance, as well as the extended permitting that they've had to go through, because if you remember correctly, not only did they have the municipal boards that they had to go through, they also had natural heritage that they had to go through, which is kind of a bear sometimes. Last I knew, they were just out of that. They were going back to the Conservation Commission. As far as I know, they're still going through the Conservation Commission. And then after that, they still have the planning board that they're gonna have to basically satisfy and get permits from in order to do anything on this property. So the question is, have they basically have they exercised their permit and their variance at this point based on extended permit? Anybody?
Well, I'd like to say it's not their fault that they couldn't put a shovel into the ground.
Mhm.
They're actively pursuing the necessary permits required so that they can put a shovel in the ground. I mean, I've been through this permitting process and conservation, natural heritage. it takes a long time to get through this process. So to then, you know, to yank this section of the permitting, the zoning section of the permitting for the project, I think it'd be manifest injustice. I mean, because it's not their fault. It's not their fault that permitting in Massachusetts takes such a
Beyond.
long time.
Very true. Anybody else?
How long can we extend this for?
The variance, 6 months. Attorney DeLisi's on the call, I believe. Jeff, are you kicking around?
Yes, I am. I was waiting
got-
for you.
We got 6 months on 6 months for the variance, correct?
You can only, pursuant to state law, the variances are able to be exercised within 1 year. And then the board has the authority to grant a single extension up to 6 months. So what I've requested and is that the board determine tonight that the variance has actually been exercised, such that we're not even seeking a extension. The reason for that is that there is case law that is from the Supreme Judicial Court in Massachusetts, fairly recent case law, which says that if you record a variance within a year, then that recording of it, the active recording, is the exercise of the variance. And I was fairly comfortable with that since it's pretty clear. I'm pretty sure I've personally spoken with Bob Galvin about it as well. But I wanted the board to weigh in because the last thing that I want is somebody to tell us, 6 months from now that, sorry, your variance lapsed. Now you need to go and get that. And then have us go through the process, which opens us up to appeal all over again. So the concept here is consistent with case law. We've already exercised the variance, and that's what I'm seeking your vote to be, essentially.
Sounds good. I just want to read a small excerpt from an email that was supplied to everybody, but this came from Bob Galvin. I also asked him the same question. He and I went back and forth a little bit, but his last statement was, if there is a willingness to extend either the variance or special permit, the board may be better served to give an extension. Meaning that there's no use to really go back and forth over this, because he also saw Jeff's basically the letter and the evidence that he presented. So in the end, I mean, it's up to us. It is up to us. And if you look at our bylaws, it is up to us. So
just to clarify, Mr. Chairman, because it may be me, but I thought that Attorney DeLisi had used language a little bit different than Attorney Galvin used. And it was my understanding that Attorney DeLisi, on behalf of the petitioners, are not seeking an extension. They're seeking essentially a ruling by this board that by virtue of recording, whatever needs to be done to keep it active has been done, versus what Attorney Galvin seems to be.
oh yeah, no, that's 100% correct. What Attorney Galvin was basically opining on is the fact that everything's already good to go. If for some reason the board doesn't feel that the variance has been exercised, then the board would be, again, the way the board may be better served to give an extension. So
As opposed to allow it to lapse.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So again, in the grand scheme of things, this is literally this is a simple question. If anybody else has any questions for the applicant, we can make the decision at the end. But in the end,
Well,
Anybody wanna-
they did put a gravel driveway on the residential part of the property, just for vehicles to park and not get stuck in the mud.
Gotcha. Okay.
Guys doing the surveying and all that stuff, so
Oh,
there is
then
work
there's-
being done.
Yeah, so that's, okay, so there is a little bit of work being done. Does it
Yes.
fall under the, does it fall necessarily under the? Either way, it's accessing the industrial portion of the property, so
Right.
I can see that. It's a public meeting, so there isn't, we need a motion. I'm assuming we need a motion to close this and then talk about it after.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Do we need public input, like for and against?
And we can, but I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just didn't know if you're required. I don't see anybody raising their hands, but
No, it wasn't, it wasn't required because it's a public meeting. It's just it's just a decision, as to whether, it's a decision that we have to make.
okay, kind of like an extension of a previous decision, so it's already been discussed on the merits of the original decision.
Yeah, I
Okay,
like-
gotcha.
I like that.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, and I misunderstood. I thought you said, does anyone, and then
Well, I was gonna open it up to the public anyway, just to say, because I mean, it's a public meeting. It's not it's not a hearing, but it is a public meeting. If anybody in the public does want to speak their piece, now's the time, either for or against. 2, 3, 4, hearing none, I'm gonna go back to the board. Do we have a, motion to,
Motion to close the public hearing.
close the,
Second.
I got a second, roll call, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes, Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes.
Mr. Gallo,
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior.
yes.
All right. Jeff, you know the drill. You can hang if you want. Give us a little time. We'll have an answer and then we'll put it in writing and then you'll get a copy.
That's great. I appreciate it so much. I know it was an unusual request, so thank you very much.
No,
And
it's
yeah,
necessary.
by the way, I have some thoughts on your prior application concerning the requested variance for the Section 8 individual.
But we can't talk about it now, can we?
I know. I thought about it afterwards, so perhaps I'll attend the next meeting and just say my piece on that.
I hear where you're going, Jeff. Give us some time. Let's get into this, see where we at, what we have left, and then we'll go for it.
Thanks so much. Have a nice night.
Not a problem. Thank you, Jeff.
Good night. Thank
All
you.
right, the last thing we've got is the rules of procedure. Do we want to continue this? Mr. Baker Senior, you made a good point. I don't know if we need an hour and a half to make all the decisions that we have to, because 2 of them got continued.
You want to continue to the May 19th meeting?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, it's literally
whatever
going
date
to be on the agenda until we're done. So it's not, we don't even have to necessarily continue it to anything. It's always going to be on until we're done. And if we're making a decision to not talk about it tonight, it's done. It's going to be on the next agenda.
Well, I think if we just keep it for this and the other one that we are doing, the 222 Weymouth Street for the 19th, then we should have Orlando close the meeting so that we can get this done and over with and have plenty of time to go over it.
Okay. And like I said, it's staying on the agenda until we're done. So even if we don't finish the next one, it's going to have to be on until we're 100% satisfied. So, either way, if you don't want to talk about it tonight, say it now.
I don't want to talk about it tonight.
I got one there, Mr. Baker Jr., Mr. Baker Senior.
Yeah, we can go to the May 19th meeting.
I'm fine. Mr. Tanzi?
Yes.
I'm fine. Mr. Baker Jr.?
I'm fine.
Okay. So any other items not reasonably anticipated or listed may be brought up for discussion to the extent allowed by law. Anything else anybody want to talk about?
Well, that thing that you sent out, the certificate site plan.
Yeah, yep.
Is that part of our rules and procedures or is that something different?
No, that's 100% part of the rules of procedure, because there's, I think it
Okay.
was on the third page, maybe on the second page,
Yeah.
there was a very antiquated list of site plan requirements.
Right.
The, the site plan requirements nowadays, if you read everything that I put in there, that's standard. That's 100% standard for every site plan that goes anywhere municipally. In the end, we're not supposed to be talking about it, because we said we weren't going to talk about it. So let's
Yeah.
talk about that next
Yeah.
meeting.
Can we take 5?
Yeah, I was just going to say that
Okay.
before we take 5, if anybody has any questions about that, because it's 2 pages worth of a lot of technical mumbo jumbo. So if anybody has any questions, contact me directly. But if everybody's cool with it, then 5-minute break, everybody. Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
there we go. All right, we got almost everybody. Yeah, we got almost everybody. Here we go. Mr. Tansy is not here, so it is what it is. Here's the agenda. And Mr. Tansy just got to put on his Princess Leia headphones. There we go. All right, board members, everybody here? I think I see everybody. All right, here we go. Weymouth Street. We continued. 900 Hingham Street. Permit for restaurant and variance for wall sign. Who wants to start?
I'll start.
No, go for it, sir. No, go for it, sir.
All right. It looks like neighbors have signs that are larger than that sign that's being requested. So as far as matching neighbors' properties and deviations, it looks like they're within line of that and not exceeding. That's the one comment I got to make at this point.
Sounds good.
We've,
Steve, how are you feeling on this on the special permit for the restaurant having to be there? You good there?
Forgive me. Can you
It's
clarify?
The other half of this was a special permit. They need a special, it's a use allowable by special permit, putting the restaurant in there. There's already another restaurant in there. They're replacing a restaurant that was already there.
Right, yeah, because they're replacing the farmhouse bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, thank you. That's right. It didn't really blip me as I that has no problem for me because it's a parallel usage and it's the same as the neighbors.
Good way to say it. Parallel usage. I like that.
Thank you.
Mr. Baker Jr., raising your hand, talking.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm fine with the restaurant part. I have no concern about that at all. And I have even less concern about the signage. I recall the comment that Mr. Galley made about the sign of the prior occupant being small, and maybe that's why they went out of business. But that speaks to the requirement of a dimensional variance.
Yep.
I don't know how many times I've driven by there. You've probably driven by there much more than I. Given the fact that the businesses are set so far back into that lot, with the exception of the AAA, I can't tell what the heck's in there from the street.
I never knew that. I never even knew that farmhouse thing was. I had to go to the registry. I had to go pick up something at the registry satellite office. I was driving out and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I went in, I drove by, I looked, I'm like, and I think they were closed at that point. So, I'd say again, thinking about it after Steve said it, it makes sense. I had no idea it was there. So,
and they had quality products there.
Okay.
Well, just to give you an example. Now, this may come as a surprise to you folks, but I am a fan of bakeries. Had I known it was there, they may still be in business.
They may still be in business. Nice.
Anyway,
nice.
No, nothing at all to do with my name, Steve. It's just I have horrible dietary habits. Anyway, on the dimensional variance for the sign, I think the requirements have been met, and they were clearly demonstrated by the applicant.
Baker Senior, Gregor, what do you got?
I agree with this. The only thing I would say is maybe that this sign bylaw is something that we may have to look at for next town meeting next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's it. Dude, we have so many bylaws that we have to look at. That it would be nice if we can get changed. And that's been on the list. And we've had a running list for years. And that's definitely on it. And I know Tom wanted to put together a bylaw, a sign, just specifically a sign bylaw review committee. Tom wanted to put that together, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'll light a fire under him and see if it's him that's holding it up or if it's anybody else. I don't know, but I'll see if we can get that happening. Obviously, Bob, when that does come, if that does come to fruition, I'll make sure that you know about it. So
I think it's something that we should start after we get the rules and regs straightened out.
Oh yeah.
Start looking at them.
Grega, do you have any issues with the application?
No, I was just gonna make a comment that we have allowed relief for signs, especially signs that are set back off the street quite a
Right, okay.
distance.
Yep. Yep. The only question I have, Arlana, are you kicking around?
I am.
Lady, do you know, did you see a previous special permit for the people that were in there, the farmhouse people?
Did they put it in their app? Let me see.
If they did, I missed it. But
Yeah,
that's
let me-
not surprising.
Ugh. I think they actually said there wasn't anything, but let me see. And on the question, are there any existing variances or special permits for this property? They answered no.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's quite accurate.
They may not necessarily.
uh, I don't have anything in their application.
Okay.
And let me just double check the digital files here just in case.
I just did, all I'm really looking for
Yeah, I
is,
don't have anything.
because we have standard conditions, you know, when it
Right.
comes to restaurants and stuff like this. Obviously, there's standard conditions, but in the end, is there anything that we really want to throw, you know, other than, we have the hours, correct? We have the hours of operation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's gonna be one of the conditions. Special permit is issued to, that's gonna be listed in the decision. Special permit will be, is to the applicant and applicant only, will be null and void if they move or something like that. I know we have that in there.
Non-transferable.
Thank you. Anything else anybody wants to add in there?
They meet all other boards and commissions, state,
Stereotypical,
federal, all that.
I think that's one of our boilerplates, but definitely should be in there.
The
Anybody
hours,
else?
hours of operation are Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9, Sunday, 12 to 8.
Yeah.
That's what they,
Anybody else? I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the use variance and the sign.
No, the
Mention.
special permit, actually, since there's two, should we do two different?
I think we should.
Two. Okay.
So we got
For the
two
special permit.
motions. So let's talk about the special permit. I would entertain a motion for the special permit.
So moved.
I've got a motion for the special permit to approve with conditions. Do I have a second?
Second,
I got a second. Roll call. Mr. Tanzi?
yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Senior?
Yes.
Mr. Galley?
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior?
Yes.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, in regards to the, what did I say, 30.2 foot, 30.2 square foot variance when it comes to the sign. I would entertain a motion.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I got a motion. Do I got a second? I'm giving that to Galley. You were too. You were a little late, Baker. Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Senior.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Junior.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's taken care of. They're obviously not here, so we're not gonna worry about it. It's not Entertainment Street. Central Street, that was continued. Taunton Ave, just incredible. So again, what are we looking for? Can we just specifically on the petition submitted for a dimensional and use variance? So it's the dimensional variance on the size of the sign, which I said was 63.5 square foot variance. Does that sound familiar? All right, so that's number one. And number two, it's a use variance to be able to let it change every 15 and 20 minutes where the bylaw says that it has to stay static. So, who wants
Move
to
to
say,
grant the use variance.
right off the bat, you got a motion to grant the use variance. Do I have a
Second.
second? I got a second. Roll call, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Baker Senior.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
Use variance is granted. Specifically, just so we can get this into the record, specifically because, and again, it's for the same reason that we used with the last one. Dimension off the roadway. That's number one. And again, so this is specific to signs, digital signs that change. It's distance off the roadway. That's kind of where we're going on that one. Now I need a motion on the dimensional variance.
So moved.
I got a motion. Where's my second?
Second.
Who was that?
Me.
Like a duck. Who was that? Right there, Mr. Baker Jr. or Mr. Baker Senior. I got a Baker sandwich. I'm going to start with Mr. Galley. Mr. Galley.
Oh, man. Okay, yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Oh, you're really mixing it up on this
Oh, I'm
one.
completely mixing it up today, man. Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Senior.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. That's two. All right. So we got that. That's taken care of.
Hey, Bob, do we have to make a motion to waive the fees for this? Or do they have to pay them?
We charge them to the
You did charge them?
town.
Yeah, typically municipals, the municipal doesn't have to,
Pay.
they don't, it's because it's literally going from one pocket to another. It's not that big of a
Right.
deal.
Right. Right.
Good question though. All right, so we got Taunton Ave, that's taken care of. Very simply, 1119 and 1059 rear Union Street. I didn't even know they put in a gravel driveway, saying right there, that kind of tells you that they're exercising it. Because it's a driveway to access from one side, from the road through the residential to the backside. Mr. Baker Jr.
Oh, I was going to make a motion.
Well, go for it, sir.
I would make a motion that the board determines that the variance.
Can't hear you, lost you.
Exercise.
Okay, I think I heard you.
Oh, did I fall off again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I back?
There you go.
All right. Make a motion that the board determine that the variance has been exercised.
I'll second it.
I got a motion, I got a second. Roll call. Mr. Baker Senior.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Jeff, if you're still online, all set, sir. Alana, we'll put together a letter.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, sir. We'll put together a letter for Jeff, on our letterhead that says that the board made the decision, blah, blah, blah. You know what to do. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it, gentlemen. We actually did it. And it's only 9:35. We have another hour before technically we have to close. Anybody want to talk about anything else?
No.
No, everybody's happy. No,
Only if it's on the agenda.
No, we're done. So with
Motion
that,
adjourned.
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
I got a Baker sandwich, Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Myself is a yes, Mr. Baker Senior.
Yes.
Mr. Galley.
Yes.
Mr. Baker Jr.
Yes.
Get out of here, gentlemen. Thank you,
Good night.
Alana. Appreciate everybody showing up
Alana,
tonight.
thank you very much.